What's up, everybody? I guess we are live. Welcome to the Madden NFL 15 Ultimate Team live stream here on Twitch. Joining me, producers Joe Allreed. Joe, what's up?
How you doing, AJ? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Also, Billy Schatz. Everybody knows Billy.
Glad to be here. Excited to go through MUT with everybody.
You're allowed to talk, Billy.
All right, thank you.
Also to the side, we've got RG from Gameplay. Everybody knows RG. We're going to get him on the sticks a little bit later, trying out one of those solo challenges. RG, you excited about that?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so the three main pillars of Madden Ultimate Team this year are Collect, Upgrade, and Dominate. So we're going to kind of walk through that today, Joe, in a broader sense. Let's go ahead and jump in there, Billy. We're going to show off the first experience, the first video you see when you jump into the game. So let's go ahead and jump into that real quick.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Collect your favorite NFL players. Upgrade with stars from the past and present. And dominate your rivals on the field. This is the next level of fantasy football. This is where the season never ends. This is where legends are made. This is my Ultimate Team. What's yours? Select your uniform.
Let's start off first by picking the Tennessee Titans, obviously. Joe Allreed and Billy Schatz' favorite team.
Okay, so I'm going to talk for the people who maybe haven't tried MUT yet. And that is just the shortened name that we call Madden Ultimate Team. Joe, what is this first thing we're seeing here? So you get to basically choose your starting uniform, your favorite team.
Yeah. Let's walk through basically what's going to happen when you first go into Madden Ultimate Team for the first time, right? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to select the uniform for your team, which is basically choosing your favorite team, probably is what most people do. So Billy and I both dig the Titans, so we're going to go select them.
Absolutely.
The next thing we're going to do is we're going to choose our team style. Now, style is a new term for us this year. Last year, the term was chemistry. We renamed chemistry to, instead of choosing your chemistry, now you're choosing your team style. It's basically the same thing. The name is just different. This basically defines what type of team your Ultimate Team is going to be, like what they're going to specialize in. And you can change this later after you've created your teams. This is not a huge one-time decision. So we sort of have the choice here what we want to pick. So Billy, I don't know if you want to determine. So
I'll elaborate a little bit further. Last year we kind of found that a lot of people thought that chemistry, quote unquote, this year's style was kind of like a hoax. Does it really affect your team? This year, at this choose your style window, we are able to actually highlight the exact attributes that are being boosted by the style that you choose. And since I am a run and stuff kind of guy, nope. Scratch that. We're gonna go back to ground and pound because I love to run the ball.
All right. So once you choose a style, so you'll get this pack opening experience, which is basically you're gonna see your new stuff. It's gonna show you here this sort of help window. You're gonna get these on a bunch of different screens. Go ahead and move on from that, Billy. So you're gonna see what you get in your first, what we're calling your style pack. So your style pack is gonna contain players that match the style that you just selected. So we just chose ground and pound. So all these players you're gonna see in here have ground and pound style associated with them. So you're gonna want to get those into your lineup pretty much as soon as we get out of here, and we'll do that here in just a moment. Another thing to call out that I know people on the stream have been asking about and people have been talking about is I'm sorry, Billy, can you just back out 1 second really quick? So in the upper right, you see we've got +10 contracts up there. So just about every pack, I don't know of any pack that doesn't have contracts, but contracts aren't items anymore this year, right? They're basically just a currency that you get in every pack that you open. So and also if you look closely in the upper right, you can see you've got 10 contracts now. So basically, as you're playing through Ultimate Team, contracts work just like they did last year, but you no longer are using items to increase the number of contracts in each one of your players. And then it's very easy to add contracts to your players. You can do it one at a time for a player. You can add a bunch to a player, or you can add, say, 5 or 10 to your entire lineup at one time if you want. You have all sorts of options to add contracts to your players. So it's very cool this year. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more streamlined. So Billy, you want to talk about some of the cool stuff here?
There's a cool little change that we have now. Every time you select a player or any type of item, it comes up to a nice little compare and stat pages. You can flip left and right by the bumpers And here we have a little bit of a biography as well as all of his stats. We can keep going forward. We see that his ground and pound value and exactly what is boosted.
I think the bio stuff's one of my personal favorite new cool things.
Absolutely, I love the fact that we have this little area now just to tell all the users out there what this guy is all about, what he did last year. This guy was a college player coming to the pros, so we kind of focus a little bit on his collegiate stats before this awesome season kicks off.
I actually like this. Well, go ahead, go further.
This is also one of the very, very cool pages. We get to kind of show this player's statistics against the league average, as you can see at the bottom of the page, and it goes all the way down. It lists all the attribute a player has. You can now, as well as there's a compare button right here that we can hit. This will pop up any other player that we have, and we can compare these stats against each other.
So this is my personal favorite right here, that I can just go in. I don't have to, track it in, or go through on the depth chart. I can actually just say, okay, what is my benefit of putting in this running back versus this guy? Or, maybe I want a speed guy, or maybe I'm looking for a guy with better hands or something like that.
Exactly.
And I can kind of see all
does this guy have better trucking? Does this guy have better strength? Does he have, does he have any speed acceleration to get through those tackles? This is a great screen to kind of compare and choose who you want to start and who you want to back up your guys. There's also a nice choice here right here that we can promote our starter. We'll get to that in a little bit. It's just an easy way for you to bring up any player item and promote them at any time. Here is the extend contracts option that you have that Joe just elaborated on a moments ago, and also there's also your quick sell option. We're gonna go ahead and back out of here. Go ahead and continue and move on to the Madden Ultimate Team Hub.
Joe, quickly for those who maybe haven't tried out the mode yet, maybe they, are just wanting to get into it this year. What is the uniqueness of this mode? Just in,
So I think
140 characters or less,
Right. So I think the coolest part of Ultimate Team is that we're always adding new items to it, new players, based on what's going on in the NFL on any given Sunday, or really any given Monday or Thursday too.
Right.
Throughout the year, we're always updating Ultimate Team. We're always creating new things for you to participate in the mode. And I think that's one of the coolest things about it. Like, we're always evolving with the NFL as things are happening in it. And so this panel that we actually have up here that is a little bit in the background will reflect that. So if somebody has a big game, the Sunday, the previous week, that this screen here will probably talk about it, and we'll highlight and talk about, because somebody had a big game, there's a new player item for him in packs that's available. So that stuff's all really exciting. I think that's what makes it so really cool. And that was more than 140 characters. But
No, that's okay. Yeah, so I mean, and essentially you get to build a team of your favorite players. You're allowed to essentially take and create your own fantasy team, so to speak.
Fantasy football.
Yeah.
This is also the only mode that you can literally find legends, any NFL legends of the past, and play as them on your team. It's very unique and it's very exciting, and it's fantasy football, but to another level because you can go at every era.
Okay. I know we've got plenty of hardcore MUT fans watching this stream, so we'll get to you guys too. Just wanted to get that overview, so let's go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. So after we open our style pack, we're going to come to the screen. Now we've talked about this screen here is going to be where we update sort of what's going on in the NFL and how that's interacting with MUT, what's going on in MUT as a result of it. What we're talking about here, though, if you look in the lower right, is your objectives tile down there, and that's basically, go ahead and select that, Billy. This takes you, go ahead and close this window really quick. So this shows you basically a list of things that we're going to want players, as soon as they come into the mode, to do, and we're going to give you players rewards as they complete them, or once you complete the entire list, I'm sorry. The goal of this is, once again, AJ, you talked about, for people new to the mode, and I think MUT it can be somewhat complicated at times. So what we're doing here is trying to get people exposed to all the different things they can do in the mode. So for example, here one of the things is opening a pack, updating your lineup, playing a solo challenge. So so this wants you to just basically open a welcome pack, which we have the coins. You're giving coins at the start just to buy these. So go ahead and, Billy, open this up.
Nice, Chase Daniel.
Let's go, Chase Daniel. Hey, that's Walker.
I really like the new style when you're opening up stuff and revealing them.
Yeah.
One of a very cool new feature now this year is everybody loved pending collections last year. I know, it was so exciting. This year, we are allowed to add any item to a set that it's available.
So that's another thing we should briefly talk about is collections has also been renamed. Collections are now sets. So when we say the word set, that's what we're talking about. So as Billy is showing here, the convenience in adding items to sets now is it's so easy. So this is a collectible that you get in your welcome pack, and people should keep an eye out for this because this is very important. This is one of the first things you'll be able to do to get a quick reward as soon as you get into Ultimate Team. Is you're going to get this collectible that you can add to a set. So I don't know, Billy, did you just do that? Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Add to the set now.
So it's added to the set. That set is, I think it's called the kickoff set. Is that right, Billy?
Yep.
So what you'll be able to do is you'll open this first welcome pack. You'll get that collectible one. It only requires 2 collectibles in it. The second collectible you get for completing your first solo challenge game. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. So
that's right.
You basically put those 2 collectibles into a set, and then that'll be your first set that you'll be able to complete, which will happen to be, it is one of your objectives on the objectives list.
Yeah, that is super easy.
So yeah,
just adding. I mean, no more going to pending and all that kind of stuff. It's just
exactly.
a couple button presses.
So I just talked about how completing a set will be one of the things you have to do. It's not in this list. There's actually 2 sets of objectives. There's this list here, and as soon as you finish this one, you'll get a second list of 5, which then has an even bigger reward. It gives you some coins and some other stuff, and we can get into that about what those rewards are, and why you care about all that in a minute here.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go ahead with the next task. This is to use your best lineup option in the brand new lineup screen. This new lineup screen allows you to see all of your backups and every single option, as well as compare whoever you want to bump up to first string. So let's see. I picked ground and pound, so I know I got Carlos Hyde back there somewhere. So let's go ahead and pick him, and let's compare these guys. Now, I want high carrying, I want some good speed, I want, mostly for me, I need some good vision and some great trucking. And this guy is a truck master. He's a truck driver. So let's go ahead and bump this guy to the start, and voila, there he is. You may notice that there are options on the bottom left of your screen. This is where we're going to go ahead and use the lineup tool, and we'll be able to generate our best lineup by either your style that you have chosen already or by team overall. We're going to go by overall.
So people remember that from last year as well, right, Billy? That if you wanted to create your best lineup based on a certain style, you couldn't do that at all last year. You had to go in position by position and put them in one at a time, which is extremely painful. Now this year, with just a couple button presses, you can get your best lineup for ground and pound or zone defense, whatever you want.
It's a great tool.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Before we go to the next task, which is play a solo challenge, we kind of just want to start walking through everybody through our Madden Ultimate Team mode. Here is the live team panel that Joe referenced earlier, where we will highlight awesome player performances or anything that we want to over-communicate over to the community to make sure we get our point across.
So if you're here, that's probably the first thing. If you're jumping into MUT on a given day, that's probably the first thing you want to check out.
Yes,
what's the new content?
Like Joe said, we're a live service. So on Sunday, a guy will have an incredible performance. We'll say Calvin Johnson has that 320-yard game again. The very next day, probably like the next day of the afternoon, we will drop that player item, that version of Calvin into whatever program we have, into packs, and we will most likely feature that program and that player on these panels. So you'll be able to hit it, and it'll take you to where you need to go. So for this, we're looking at you versus the Seahawks, the Ultimate Team Kickoff Solo Challenge. If you hit it, it should bring you right to the Solo Challenge category scene. Now, this is completely different than this year. Last year, we didn't really have categories for Solo Challenge. This is now panels. You can choose and go through each one and find all of these.
Wow.
We'll start off a little slow, though. We'll go to training camp. Everybody needs to start off in the offseason, a little bit of training camp. No big deal. Here we have every team's training camp squad.
So lower overalls, easier, kind of just jump in there and get started.
Yes. Now, Joe, should we go ahead and talk about how these transfer over into other Solo Challenge categories?
Yeah, sure. We can talk about that. Let's go ahead and talk about that. So the first thing you'll do is, like we just talked about, is you'll play your training camp Solo Challenge for any given team, and that will unlock that team's regular season schedule. And then you'll play your team's regular season schedule, its first 8 games, and each of those, again, I think those are 2 3-minute quarters, 3-minute quarters.
Yeah.
And they increase in difficulty as you go along. Once you complete the entire regular season for a team, you'll face the elite game and that's in a different category. That is against the team you were just playing. So if we were playing the Titans sequence, we would then play against the Titans here. This is sort of a final challenge for that team's sequence of games.
Sure.
And that's on all Madden difficulty. It's a very hard game. But then again, once you finish that, you get big rewards. You get badges. We haven't talked about badges yet. We'll talk about those in a minute.
Yeah, we should talk about those in a minute.
And then you'll get collectibles that you use towards that player's captain set. Yeah. And again, you can get into that, and we'll talk about sets a little bit.
And yes, there are collectibles again this year. There are just a lot less of them. This is like more of a controlled collectible group. To touch a little more briefly on these solo challenges, we're making it a lot easier this year for very entry-level players, even MUT heads and MUT masters over here, to basically grow gradually. As soon as you beat this game, we're going to reward you with a silver Buffalo player, as well as a collectible that can go towards the coach. We're trying to help you out with it. Amelia's getting to the mode as many award opportunities as we possibly can. Now, many of these solo challenges are directly tied to their corresponding sets. I think it might be a good time to go jump over to our new set layout. So as you just saw, we had training camp, we had regular season, we had elite, we had a bunch of side programs. But here we're gonna go jump over to sets, and as you see, they tie right in. Here we go again: training camp, regular season, and elite. We'll get to the rest in just a minute, but let's focus on this main team challenges. As you can see, each of these are tied to the solo that you played. So as soon as you beat the Bears, you will get that silver player, Bears player, just to help you upgrade your team immediately, as well as this training camp collectible that you see here. This will really help you get it going and get your players started and get your team started, get upgraded, and get your team to a Madden Ultimate Team level.
The general idea I think we're talking about, for those maybe who don't know, or maybe a bit new to Ultimate Team, is as you're playing, you will get players to slowly get your team better and better. And I think that's some feedback we've heard is people want more rewards as you go along, so it doesn't feel like you're just waiting to open packs, right?
Right.
So you're going to get more smaller rewards as you go along to make you feel like your team's getting better, instead of you having to wait and play so long just to get a pack.
Right. Okay. Very cool.
So maybe Billy, now at this point we've talked about badges a little bit, and you're in sets, so maybe this is a good time to talk
let's break out the badges.
You want to back out and go to the hub where we really focus on these badges.
Why don't actually go into sets? I think maybe
let's do it.
Okay, so badges are basically actually back out here briefly. So one of the things I think, again, for the veteran Ultimate Team players, one of the pieces of feedback we got last year were the need to have sets for different items and packs that you don't need a lot of, right? Like I don't need all these different uniforms. I don't need all these different stadiums. People want a reason to have those and get a lot of those.
Yep.
So what we've done this year is there's a few different unique twists to sets that I think will really get people excited about. Now all of a sudden you're going to actually want extra stadiums and extra uniforms from time to time. We have uniform sets this year, just like we had last year. But the rewards for completing these sets as you see here, Billy's in a set where you need all 32 home uniforms. That will grant you, as you see here, it's a 4-badge reward pack. So a 4-badge reward pack, it's not rocket science. It's a reward pack that gives you 4 badges. Badges are basically, they're collectibles, and there are 4 different tiers of them: bronze, silver, gold, and elite. And these badges are basically, we allow you to trade them in. We're in the warehouse set category right now, but we also have a vault category. And the vault category is where you turn in your badges for all sorts of cool stuff. And I talked about a little bit on this on my tweet Q&A last night.
Wow.
So first of all, Billy, go to the left really quick. So if you don't need a badge of a certain tier, you can upgrade your badges. So you can turn in 10 for the next tier up. So as you can see here, you can turn in 10 bronze for silver, 10 silver for gold, or 10 gold for an elite. Any given badge pack that we just talked about will give you 80 random tiers. So it's not always straight up 4 bronze badges. You might get 3 bronzes and a silver. You might get 2 elites and 2 bronzes.
That'd be nice.
So those you have an opportunity at different chances. You're not always just getting bronze badges all the time. But once you get into the vault, people I think will quickly see that there's all sorts of cool stuff that you can get here. So Billy, if you go over to the left, so I think one of the cooler things are these flashback players. like people who again have played Ultimate Team before, they're very familiar with what flashback players are. They're basically representative of players on different teams in the past, sort of a blast to the past, if you will. That's why we call them flashbacks. Bill, I don't know if you can spoil one here on.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite. This is probably my favorite vault set here. When you get to trade in your badges for some prime time awesome players. I mean, we're talking flashbacks. Everybody from MUT 13 knows what flashbacks are. These are guys like Anquan Bolden, his rookie year on the Cardinals, or Champ Bailey, his rookie year way back on the Redskins '99, where he had like 6 interceptions as a rookie.
Right.
These are very exciting, very high OVR players that you will be allowed to immediately upgrade your team and immediately go in and dominate anyone you play in seasons or even any solo challenge you try and go against.
Some of the other cool things you can get along with the flashbacks. Again, let's talk about some of this stuff on the Q&A last night on Twitter. Alternate jerseys. Another thing people always ask about, and which people are very excited about.
Always.
We wanted those get those in the hands of the players this year because they're so popular. So again, this is a situation where if you want to, as you're getting badges, and again we've talked about how you can get them through sets. You can also get them through seasons and solo challenges as well.
Sure. Yep.
So just by doing stuff in the game, you will get them, and then you can redeem them for whatever you want. Whether you want a flashback player, whether you want to get your hands on a random, the premium alternate pack that you can get here will give you a random one, but then you can hopefully trade with somebody else and get what you want.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Monday Night Heroes, again, we talked about that last night. These are basically players who are normal players, but they've had a great performance on Monday Night Football in the past. And so we talk about that on the back of the item, and then we also call out, all right, so because of this, on Mondays, this player will become, again, the OVR boost varies. The guy becomes super, he becomes a much better performing player, but only on Mondays. So he turns back into his normal self on Tuesdays. But for that one day,
that's awesome.
On Monday nights,
that one day is dominant.
He is awesome.
So basically, you should try to take a day off on Mondays.
That's right.
when you
Billy, I don't know if you can spoil one of those guys from that set. Who are some of those cooler guys?
Some of them are. We have a few. Some are higher tier guys. Like we'd say, Drew Brees had an incredible Monday night performance. I think back 2009 on week mid season.
Yeah.
Another guy, I think he's like 5 touchdowns. So his OVR boosts up to like 95 just for those Mondays. Other guys like David Reed, he was a returner for the Ravens a little while back, and he had. Might be a low no name, but for Mondays he had an incredible 250 plus return yards.
Yeah.
So he will be boosted very highly on Monday night, and that will be a great return man for all you guys playing seasons on Mondays.
So that's even another cool thing you can get. And so Billy, just go back to, you're bouncing all over the place. I can't keep track of where you're at, man. So some of these things we just talked about have well, depending on what they are. I mean, they all have badge costs associated with them, but then some of these other things. So these quick sell packs basically contain quick sell coin collectibles that you can sell. That basically, I think again, if you can see the text down there, some range from 1,000, 25,000. I think the larger one it goes
up to a million
coins. So if you've got some badges laying around, you're not sure you want to do with them, you want to take a chance on getting a bunch of coins out of one of these packs, you can do that. And then finally, you can burn your badges too if you want to on getting random players of specific tiers, so bronze, silver, gold, and elite. So if you've got badges laying around again and you want to get a random gold or random elite player, you can do that here as well. So and this is actually just scratching the surface as well. We're looking here, so all this will be in on launch day, but then as the year goes along, we'll add other new cooler things to do in the vault as well. So
I'd like to add a very important new feature that we have this year, and that is repeatable sets. As you can see on the stamp on the cover, it says repeatable. Any set that has a repeatable stamp on it means you can do it over and over and over again. So even though you might complete this home uniform set once, you can do it again. You can do it again over and over and over again, and keep getting these rewards. So now these repeatable sets and all these different sets that we're offering everybody, it allows you that every single pack you rip, there's value in every single one. You can trade those uniforms you get in, or you can put those uniforms into this set and you can get rewards back. Every pack you open has much more value.
Which is really cool because you may have like 6 Seahawks uniforms,
yes, like
road uniforms,
well,
or
you need
something,
6,
and right. And in the past you couldn't do anything except sell them or
and how many bronze players how many bronze players people would just discard in the past. Now you'll be able to send them to these sets and you'll be able to build up your rewards over time.
So it's pretty cool. I think people are going to be excited about all the different things you can do with your stuff, and it's going to be fun. I'm really excited to see how people react to it. I think
you want to move into some of our major side programs that we have?
We might as well. I mean,
Let's do it.
We got to get to gameplay at some point too, but I just want everybody to be aware. We are going to show some gameplay. We're going to take some questions too. If Mike wants to hook me up with some questions from the stream, we're going to take questions on Twitter. Let's go with the hashtag AskMUT, and yeah, that'll probably get trending. Let's see that.
Mike,
so
you got anything
send
good
us your
for us?
questions.
Will
Yeah,
you
with
be
the
able
hashtag.
to reveal all still in a pack, pack.
Yes.
MUT,
Yes.
MUT 360 Men wants to know, will you be able to reveal all of the pack and if you demonstrate these?
Yes, we will demonstrate. We will definitely rip plenty of packs.
Yeah, we're going to get to some pack openings too. Don't worry, we're going to get to that. As you can see up in the top right corner, we've kind of granted ourselves points and coins, so we're gonna do plenty of that later. Let's go ahead and get through these. But yes, to answer that question, you can reveal all if that's your thing, or you can go through slowly, and I actually kind of like doing it that way, to be honest. But
I would reveal it.
if you're doing like hundreds of packs at a time, it might, you might want to do it quicker. But.
Absolutely. Let's roll through these programs real quickly for everybody who's not familiar with these. This is the Legacy program. This is where you can earn legendary coaches. This is the only place where you can earn legendary coaches. Coaches here have a much higher value in the fact that they are the only items that give boosts to your team, as well as have much higher levels of style boost. So Legacy here is our Seasons tie-in. You can only unlock these players when you play Seasons and you earn Seasons rewards.
So, so just to elaborate and to be absolutely clear, so these are sets that you can only complete through playing Seasons. So you will get Seasons reward packs like you did last year, and within every Seasons pack, you will have a random chance to get one of these Legacy collectibles that represents, again, we have Joe Gibbs, there's all sorts of Legacy legendary coaches that these represent. When you get your hands on one, you basically put it into this set, and it unlocks a solo challenge. Solo challenge where you play against the team coached by that coach, and then your reward will be that coach, and he'll have
he'll have +2 like to trucking, +2 to run block, as well as he'll have +25 to whatever style you choose.
Yeah,
and
so
+20. No other item in the game has +25 to styles. These are very valuable, very exciting. Roll through these. Everybody loves Legends. Let's just be real. We got 10 ready for you guys at launch. Here are some of the guys you're ready to go.
Oh, nice.
Steve Largent, Dave Casper. Where's Sammy Baugh? Probably my favorite image. So the way you would.
Where do you guys even find these images?
I know, it's quite awesome. So the way you'd go ahead and attack these sets, how would you get these players? You basically have to get 5 items in packs. There is 4 player collectibles. There is 1 rookie player, as well as, I'm pretty sure, a badge. Yes, you also need a badge. So here are some example collectibles and rookie players that you will need to find in packs, and go ahead and add them to this, and the reward will spit out a Steve Largent speed run player. Now, if you'll notice, I'm sorry, Joe.
No, I was
cutting you off here.
I was just calling it. So yeah, that's the basic flow to get these Legends this year, at least at launch. We'll definitely have new Legends that'll be coming in every week, and a number of new Legends will just be Legends that will be available in packs later on. But here for at launch, so you'll have the choice once you get that set of collectibles you need to unlock, say, a Steve Largent. You'll have the choice whether you want the speed run version of Steve Largent or the short pass version of Steve Largent. So we're giving players a bit of a choice once you get the collectibles, the items that you need together to get him. Which style do you want? Which one is your preference? So again, pretty cool. The players will have the opportunity to choose who they want. What makes the most sense for their team.
Let's drop this one up. We'll let that one just settle. Now, these are the very high-level end-game goals for all of you MUT masters, all you MUT heads out there. We'll start off with the lesser one, Style Master. As you can see, these are all players. Now, I'll show you exactly where these come from in just a moment, but you will have to unlock these players, add them all to this set, and it spits out the 2013 offensive and defensive MVPs of last year.
Oh,
and
wow.
they're 95 overall players, some of the highest players available at launch, and they have dual chemistry, dual style. Sorry about that.
Sorry, we forgive you.
Forgive me?
Yeah.
It's loud? Okay. Let's jump over very briefly over to solos, where you can find the area that you will unlock those players to add to the sets. as you can tell, it's locked. You have to have a certain level of style to get into these games. So we kind of require you to have somewhat of progress on that certain style, and as you will get higher and higher, the more these get unlocked. And at the very end is when you will get that player reward that you can add to that Style Master set.
Oh wow. Okay. So that's definitely gonna require some time. This one.
Yeah. this is a little bit of hustling. You got to hustle here. And our last angle that I know everybody's heard about, everybody's excited about, is MUT Master. Joe, do you want to elaborate on our new MUT Master program?
Yeah, let's talk about it really quick because I know we want to try to get RG in here.
Yes.
So maybe this will be the last thing we talk about before we get him in. So just really quickly, so MUT Master is the ultimate team prize this year, where it's going to represent basically just about everything you do in the mode this year will give you some sort of collectible. So whenever you reach a certain milestone, whether you've completed a certain line, where if you completed a certain regular season sequence for a team, or if you completed certain legacy solo challenges, like we talked with the legendary coaches, you'll get a collectible representing that achievement. And you'll take that collectible representing that achievement and put it in here. And this is basically tracking your progress throughout the entire mode. And once you've basically done everything that you could possibly do, you will achieve MUT Master status, which will, as you can see here, the rewards are amazing. There's 1 million coins here as the reward, and then this actually also unlocks a solo challenge where, upon completion, you'll unlock the cover vote version of Richard Sherman, who's 99 OVR, and I've heard pretty amazing things about him.
Yeah, he's outstanding.
I'm not sure if has RG like gotten the hook up here. Is he gonna maybe show?
I don't know. Have you played with Richard Sherman? I feels like he's so good he almost breaks the game.
So. So this will not be easy to complete by any means, but the rewards are well worth it, and we're excited to have people take on the challenge of getting this done. We had a little bit of this last year where we encouraged people to complete all the solo challenges, but this reward is like a whole lot more, like 1 million coins, and the Sherman. It's just gonna be awesome. So
I can just see people tweeting about becoming MUT Masters,
and it might even be a race too, right?
Like it should definitely be a race.
Yeah. Where's Ropey? Is Ropey out there?
Yeah, if you're the first one to complete it, we want to see it. And you're probably definitely getting a retweet. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. First one who gets that one done.
So AJ, I don't know if you want to.
Very cool. Yeah, thanks Joe for joining us. I know you've got some stuff to do. We're gonna open some packs here in a little bit.
I think it's about that time to rip some packs.
And we're gonna welcome RG over here to the show.
Cool.
RG, come on and sit down. Thanks, Joe.
Yep, you bet.
Thanks, Joe.
Joe Allreed, everybody. Hard at work on getting this mode ready to go for you guys once you pick up the game. RG.
What's up, AJ?
Welcome back.
Thanks, man. Thanks for
Everybody
having me.
wants to see you play. Everybody wants to see you on the sticks because they just, you keep it real, man.
I appreciate it,
You can
man.
talk about it. You got some cool stuff to show us, too, specific to how some of the new gameplay improvements will influence Ultimate Team as well. So we're going to get into that here in a second. But I think what everybody wants to see right now is some pack openings. Let's do it.
Let's rip through some of these packs. Let's go.
So
40.
Points and coins, two different things to use here.
Yep. Okay, let's go.
Malcolm Smith.
I'm gonna demonstrate quickly on how you can just further demonstrate how you can add any item to these sets, and it'll come up, and you could just write it right like that. Done, and that set is on its way to being complete. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one.
Yeah, you might want to
send that a Koso
starter.
Let's go ahead and equip him. Ground and pound. Let's boost our ground and pound a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
If you'll notice, the top right, the lineup green indicator has popped up. That will happen for any player who's in your starting lineup, just for a little bit better indication of who's there and who's available for you.
Very cool. I'm noticing a theme here that it's just a lot easier, a lot more streamlined. You've still got this more content technically, but you've also, you're making it easy for us to do these things like completing collections or finding out what guys do I have, what guys do I not have, what guys have I put into stuff.
Absolutely.
So that's cool.
We'll give a shout out to Cam Johnson right here. UVA all day. Sorry, had to do that. Let's go rip the next one. Ripping packs.
Meanwhile, while we're ripping packs, why don't we take some questions?
Yeah.
Mike.
Ooh, Reggie Wayne, let's go.
Wolf over here. Oh, 81. What?
Let's go. Promote starter.
Yeah, you better put him in starter.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and start that one.
All right, COD Midas. from Twitter wants to know, can you buy silver contracts?
Can you buy silver contracts? There's a question.
There are no tier contracts. Yeah, we just got color captured.
Yeah, Colin Ham is over there, huh?
That is crazy.
85. That's probably the highest gold you can get. This is I'm pretty excited. But to get back to that question, there's no contracts aren't items any longer. There's no tiered contracts. They just every pack you get, every pack you unlock, every pack you earn gives you contracts. As you can tell, what we're showing right now, top right, it's just you have plus 10 contracts. So there are no tiers. It's much easier to apply to them. You can apply to one person. You also apply to the whole team if you want to, if you have enough. But there are no silver, gold, or any type of contracts. There are no more contract items.
So if you're just like, I want to make sure that my starting lineup all has contracts, you can do that.
Yes.
If you have them to support it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we just not calling captain. So
I mean,
yeah.
Don't add to a set. Put it in
go.
put it in your starting lineup.
Let's
there you
go.
RG just got real excited for when he hops on this.
I know.
Absolutely, I'm ready.
Let's keep ripping.
I love the graphic that's popping up as you go over it. You see that you pull the gold, and it's like that anticipation.
Yeah,
you know you pull the hammer. You know,
different sound effects too. Like I like how there's sort of that extra oomph when you reveal something big.
Okay. KJ, right?
Nice.
Hey, we're gonna fly through this. We got about 40 packs through it. Let's just get to it.
You might as well show us the reveal all here pretty soon.
Yes, I'll do that.
Let's do another question, Mike.
All right, from Facebook, Josh Payne wants to know, why did you take out injuries?
We had a lot of complaints about the injuries. The fact that the question is that who's it by?
Question: why did you take out injuries? This is from someone on Facebook.
Josh Payne on Facebook.
Josh.
We took out injuries because we got a lot of negative feedback on the fact that players kind of felt cheated. The fact that they lost, the player got hurt in the game, then he was out for X amount of time until you applied a new item, a new injury item to his player. And we found that a lot of people just stopped playing with that player. They didn't even apply it. They just dropped him. So now this year we kind of just want to, hey, if he gets hurt, he's out for that game. Next game he's ready to go.
Very cool. So
he can still get, just to be clear though, he can still get injured in the game, and I could, if I'm going up against a Vic item or whatever it is, and I take him out, he'll be out for that game.
Yes.
But the person won't have to deal with it later on. That's all.
Right. It's like a reset after that game.
That's cool.
Let's get to another one here.
All right, from the chat, are coaches the only items that give a boost?
Are coaches the only items that give a boost? That is from the stream chat, Billy.
Okay, yes. As of right now, as of launch, I can't really tell you how things are going to be in January, February, but as of right now, for quite a while, the only items that will have team boosts will be coaches. So coaches are very valuable. You're going to want to go after those legacy coaches, those elite coaches who have those team boosts that can really improve your team right away.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Reveal all.
So there it is. There's a reveal all. Oh man, you're just
sorry, I'm
killing me right now. Didn't even look at those. Whew, it's alright. He's just making it rain over here. Jason Hatcher. Yeah, you might want to put him in there.
We're just gonna roll through this so my man RG can get on the sticks and show us how to play Madden Ultimate Team.
I hope so.
Why not? Why not? If we go a little longer than 2, we're fine. But,
I'm looking for another one of those Kaepernicks or maybe an elite coming up.
I'm just loving seeing the players I'm going to get to use. It's like I'm at the draft.
Those rips and packs. So everyone wants to see, right? Okay.
So tell us a little bit about new item design there. I mean, we kind of explained it in the blog, but for those who don't know, it's the front very streamlined, very cool looking. I like the fact that gold, bronze, silver, very immediately. I like how that kind of flickers too. There.
Yeah, I like that too. Right. So yeah, as you can see, what up?
Mercedes.
Let's go. So yeah, as you can see, as you scroll over, we kind of have a little bit of a each time you scroll over an item, whether it's a bronze, a silver, or gold, or an elite, you can kind of see it come in a little bit of a silver like pop up, a little bit of a better feel as you open as you go over your player. How many packs did I get? Oh yeah.
Ooh, there we go. Ham is.
let's go ahead and compare this guy to our current left outside linebacker,
Malcolm.
One of my like I said before, this is probably my favorite screen. The fact that you can really dig in deep and you can really show off and choose who you want.
That's tough though with that 89 speed for Malcolm Smith.
Oh, I know. He's pretty. Yeah, you're right.
That's tough.
No. See, do you want to cover? Do you want to cover corner? Do you want to cover linebacker, or do you want a pass rusher?
Now,
That's a good point.
If I want to, am I able, when I'm setting my lineup, am I able to use both of these items? One at left outside linebacker, one at right outside linebacker.
That's a very good point. Yes, you can. When you put a player out of position now, last year there were some specific positions that kind of gave the player actually a raise in OVR, like some DNs, left end, go left outside linebacker, got better, or vice versa, left outside linebacker went to left end, he got better.
Yeah.
There is none of that. If that player is out of position this year, he will, I don't want to say 100% of the time, but he will be worse. He will be slightly, like if he's a 90 OVR guy,
okay,
if you put him in a different position, he'll go down at least 1 or 2 points.
Cool.
I just gotta check out my man's power moves right here, 94. Let's go. All right, let's keep ripping packs.
Yeah,
let's get RGs on these sticks.
Well, I mean, I love to me when I'm ripping packs at my desk, and you know, I get caught doing that by my manager sometimes. There's no better feeling than just pulling that hammer, getting that item that you know is really going to fill in that weakness for your team is a great feeling.
Hilton, that might work.
I'll take it. No, I don't want to be first, but I want. We'll get to that. We'll get to that lineup screen in a little bit. Let's rip through some packs here.
Building your team. This is just so much fun, building your team. And then one thing I love about the mode is when you're playing it, and I'm playing Madden online a lot, I find myself, you know, you get caught in the same matchup sometimes. You know, you'll get that Seahawks versus Seahawks or Niners versus Seahawks. A lot of people, when they're competing, like to play with the best teams. But in Ultimate Team, it's always kind of like a unique experience. I know a lot of the times, right before I start the game, I'll go and even look at my opponent's depth chart just to kind of see who he's got out there. And that unique experience each game is something I really enjoy.
One thing we got to mention real quick, RG, while I've got you here, we have something special coming up on August 24th.
Yes.
We have the Madden Ultimate Team using Madden 15, Madden 15 Ultimate Team Championship. Billy, you're wearing that shirt right there.
That's right.
That will be on Twitch. It's already taken place, but it will be on Twitch on August 24th. We'll let you know the times. It's a pretty long tournament. We got the whole thing, got some special guests. RG, you were there to commentate with me and Farles and Gibbs.
Yeah.
Z Farles and S Gibbs from Prima. Which, by the way, I gotta mention their guide here, because those guys, if you purchase the guide, it's around $10 on Amazon. It will include $9 in MUT packs if you pick up the official Prima guide by the Prima strategy guide for Madden NFL 15. So you got kind of incentive there to go pick up the strategy guide as well, because they got some extra content. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I'm really excited for people to finally see the championship, and I'm excited to see where, you know, Madden Ultimate Team goes as far as like just tournaments in general.
Oh, it's amazing, AJ. From a competitive standpoint, we have a lot of people who play our game competitively, and it's great to see EA moving back towards that direction. And it was a great experience for these guys. Not only did they get to compete for really cool prizes and stuff, they got to come and play Madden 15 early in a competitive environment. I mean, there was never anything like that done before, besides maybe Madden Nation a few years, where you were able to actually play the game early and bring people in. So to see how serious Ultimate Team is about this competitive movement is awesome. I'm so excited about it, and all the competitive players out there should be excited about it too, and they need to make sure that they're keeping up with this trend, because it's only going to get better. Like you said, we're going to stream the Madden 15 Invitational on the 24th, and if we've already did one for Madden 25, so that's the second one.
So
that's in the archives.
So the way this worked was pretty interesting. Like, you know, and thanks to Mudhead.com for helping us with that as well as Full Sail University. But people played into the championship. They played tournament games using Madden 25 on Mudhead. That was hosted by them. Then you got into the championship, and then we had the finals using Madden 15. So these guys came in with little to no knowledge at all of Madden 15, and they had to come in and play a tournament. So it was pretty interesting.
That was one of the most intense lab sessions I've ever been a part of, checking in on them before that tournament. It was awesome stuff to watch. It was really fun.
So yeah, look forward to that. We'll have more information soon, but August 24th, so 2 days before launch, you're going to get to watch that on Twitch. Billy, oh man, you got the cam too?
So when
did that happen?
I got a confession to make. They came down to my desk today. They said, "RG, you want to hop on the MUT stream with us?" And I said, "Absolutely." There's one stipulation: if I'm going to get out there on camera in front of everybody, I need my boy Ace Boogie. We've been doing a lot of work with Cam Newton this year in house. He's just being around him and seeing how passionate he is about Madden. It just made me a fan of his. So I told him, I'm more than happy. I love getting involved with this stuff. Just please hook me up with my boy Ace Boogs out there.
We went ahead and
so
did
you'd
that.
rather have Ace Boogie than Cap?
That's a tough.
It's tough.
That's a tough conversation to have.
It's tough. It's tough. I'm gonna stay loyal to.
Cam's got that 96 throw power.
Now the question here: do you want T.Y. Hilton in the slot, or do you want him in the outside? He's 80 OVR. He's better than our current slot guy, but
yeah, no, you could keep him there, and then if I need to get him into the slot, I could either do our pre-snap position adjustments using RB at the play call screen, or we have packages that let you often put your #1 wide receiver into the slot, and vice versa.
So you can resort this. Have you done that yet?
Yes.
Okay, so you've already put it based on overall.
I did best OVR. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
All right, let's get to it.
Here we go. Let's get RG on the stick. So what is this first?
Coaching equipment.
All right. You've already got the Titans, so you get to start out with those uniforms because you picked them.
Because I picked the Titans. That's right.
You picked them as your team.
Yes, you get the Titans uniforms and the Titans stadium.
Okay.
The coach is going to be random, and so are the playbooks. You have to go and chase. You have to go and chase the one and the guy that you really want. I know. Oh, there it is. Rams.
What do you like about the Rams?
What do you like about the Rams playbook, RG?
I really like their plays out of the gun trips tight end formation. It's always been a very popular formation in Madden, and I'm real comfortable with it. It's the formation I use when I won our in-house tournament. Got to toot my own horn.
There you go.
Sorry, I had to sneak that one out there, but yeah, I really like that playbook. It's great, and there's a lot of new plays.
Pass the sticks over to the master himself.
Thank you. Hopefully, I could, Yeah.
I've been running with the Browns recently, playing in a little CFM right now with the Browns. Johnny Football, having a lot of fun with that.
Hey, how about that guy's preseason game? I mean,
good.
everybody's pretty hyped about him and Bortles, huh? I don't know. We might have a few MUT player additions coming once the launch happens.
One thing, real quick, is one thing that I love about this first challenge. I've done it a couple times already. Is this first MUT challenge is a great opportunity for new users to get in game, learn new mechanics, because we have it on rookie. It's only 2-minute quarters.
Yep.
This is a great opportunity to get your feet wet with the game, but you're also killing 2 birds with 1 stone because you earn yourself some, coins and a reward, I believe, for completing the challenge. So I highly suggest, people, when you get the sticks and you're first, breaking in the game, this is a great challenge to really get into right away.
Yeah, it's a great one because not only are you getting a very high coin reward for a usual rookie challenge. As soon as you complete it, that's the last task in the level 1 managers list.
Yeah, exactly.
So as soon as you complete it, you get the plus 1,000 for beating them, and then you get another plus 1,000 plus a badge for completing the entire level 1 managers list. There's a lot that we're trying to reward you early on, so we can get you into the mode and get into that. Look at those billboards.
So what you see right here too is I don't believe we've shown this on stream yet. We've shown the kick arc before, but this is the kick arc when you're on the rookie skill level. It kind of stays up on screen, and as you can see, it shows you the prediction logic if you get full power, medium power, or short power. And then you also see, if you look at the kick meter here as I'm kicking the ball off, you see it kind of switches now. So kicking's a little bit more difficult. If I want to kick it more to the right, I'm no longer just going straight down and up while kicking. You kind of got to go down to the left and then aim to the right a little bit. It's on rookie, so it's a pretty big meter right now.
Wide, yeah.
But it does make it more difficult when kicking instead of, it's more of like a Tiger Woods feel.
Yeah, and
something I really enjoy.
And the kick meter too is going to be wider depending on how close you are. So for an extra point, it's wide. versus, you know, if you're trying to kick a 55-yard field goal, it's going to be much tougher.
Absolutely. And let's keep in mind the AI's on rookie right now, so they might not have the best, you know, performance.
This is also, like you said, it's a rookie challenge, but it's also a team. It's a roster of players that we brought down a little bit just to make it easy for entry-level players to get their first win. So yeah, the AI is a little bit lacking in talent and skill right here.
I say that now with my luck, watching this pound walk down my throat, and I'm not be able to do nothing. Another thing I love doing right now in this challenge is going to my defensive camera as I'm playing D here. You know, we have the all new. You can cycle through the cameras this year. I really like this defensive camera when I'm pass rushing the quarterback.
So real quickly, Billy, we just saw that there's a little bit of new presentation as far as when you're showing the lineups. It actually shows the player items themselves, not just, you know, the pictures like if you're playing CFM or playing out, which is really neat.
Yes, as Dave just mentioned, as you just saw on the screen, now when we start basically telling you who the starting lineup is, we'll not only show, last year we showed the player head, this year we're showing the actual player item. And we'll be and you know, it's a great little tool, great little highlight.
Oh, there's that hatcher.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I get excited.
I know, no.
I'm sorry.
Which is
hey,
really,
if you're not passionate about football and about video games, what are you doing, right?
Which is really cool if you're you know, you're playing against a guy and you don't know which version of, you know, whatever player he has. You can kind of see that.
That is an,
you know,
awesome point.
When the lineups come up, you know,
Yeah.
maybe he's got. Maybe you think he's got the rookie Johnny Football, but he's got, you know, some other item that might come out.
As you saw in the
fingers
first,
crossed. I'm pulling for Johnny Football.
Oh, yeah, I'm pulling for Johnny Football too. He's too much of an athlete.
Hoping to get something.
Hey, here he comes. Let's go. Ace Boogie himself. In a Titans uniform. I like that.
How did you become a Titans fan? Are you from Tennessee?
Interesting question. No, I am from New Jersey, but my first game I ever went to, hopefully everybody knows this game, was I have family in Nashville, and I went to the Music City Miracle.
Wow.
Which was, for many who don't know, that was the Titans' first Super Bowl run. And it was the epic play of they were down, I think, by, it must be like 4 or 5 to the Bills.
Yeah, I remember.
Maybe 3 seconds to go.
That.
Yeah, Frank Wycheck.
You were there?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so
right.
I was
a
soccer player up until then. Then I went to that game and I was like, all right, I'm playing football. And it was on from there. Awesome.
Yeah, let's get to some more questions while RG's playing here. Mike, if you want to get us some, and I'm going to go ahead and hit Twitter as well.
Oh, what up?
From Trevor on Facebook, can you earn legendary packs or packs from solos?
The question is, can you earn legendary packs from solos or pro packs from solos? No. As of right now, with our new point system, it allows you to do a whole lot more. It allows us a lot more flexibility. At this point in time, no, you cannot unlock a pro pack or a legendary pack through solos or sets. Not.
Here's one from Chase on Twitter. He says, will there be less Browns items and more Cowboys this year? That's probably a shot at our boy Airwolf over there.
Yeah. Refer all your Browns concerns to @MUTGuru.
What, you don't want Joe Hayden, Chase?
I want to know a little more about flashbacks. How do you get the flashback items?
Okay, the question is, you want to know more about flashbacks? How do you get the flashback players? First of all, let me start off by saying they are dominating. I have all of them on my kit back at work. They are achieved by playing a lot of games or going through the auction house and getting a lot of elite and gold badges. I'm telling you, badges is the awesome new currency that you can really utilize this year in unlocking premium content, and amongst that premium content is flashbacks. So find a lot of badges, earn them through solos, seasons, including sets, and enter them into that flashbacks set. You'll earn a flashbacks pack, and you'll get one of, I think, 12 flashback players. It's random, but they're all sick, and they will all instantly improve your team. They're also all auctionable, tradable. So anybody who unlocks a few can go ahead and post an auction block for 1 million coins, whatever they want. Yes. Okay. So we're getting a lot of.
Here we go. Yeah. Sorry. This is Dan Mutt on Twitter.
It's not. I don't think it's not just Dan Mutt. There's guys who
There's
are,
more.
who are
Yeah,
asking plenty. It's
specifically, is there tax in this year's MUT?
Yeah, we're not going to beat around the bush any longer. Yes, there is tax in this year's MUT, just like last year. Sorry to say that. Yes, there is tax. There is tax in this year.
One thing. I think we got Giovanni Bernard. And one thing you guys will notice right here is I put my tempo into a no huddle tempo since I'm in 2-minute warning territory. And what that does is I no longer am forced to press the Y button.
I was just going to ask that. I did not even know about that feature. That's why we have a program.
Yeah, it's really helpful. And on top of that, I'll get into it a little bit later. We also have, and I think all the MUT heads out there right now are going to be really excited about this one. We also have a chew clock tempo. So all those, before I know you would do solo challenges and it would be kind of tedious. You had the game over and you kind of just got to sit there and wait for 40 seconds to come off the clock. Now you could go ahead, put it into chew clock mode, and what that will do is milk the play clock. And I'm in there.
Oh, let's go.
And what that'll do?
That's the speed.
What that'll do is milk the play clock, so you only have 10 seconds left, but it also takes time off the game clock, so you're able to get through these solo challenges much quicker. I'll show that off towards the end of the game, but it makes doing solo challenge so much of a less tedious task. It's a great functionality. I'm really excited about that one this year.
All right, this one. If I can get it to pull up here, Billy. This one is from Sim Football Critic. He's one of our game changers. He asks, why should a person that has never played MUT before play this year?
If you're going to start playing MUT, this is the year to start. We are basically making it a lot easier for new players to enter the mode, get a much better understanding of it. We're offering weekly information. We're trying to update users on a weekly basis, daily basis, to try and make them aware of what's going on since we are a live service. It's also this year we're trying to make it a lot more user-friendly in the way of sets. As you've seen, they're all repeatable, so every pack you unlock or earn, everything has value to it this year, as opposed to last year where you would pull all these bronze cards, all these coaches, stadiums. Like, what am I using this for? Now every single pack you earn, every single pack you unlock has value in it, and it's a lot easier to grow your team this year. There's a big saying around the office this year from MUT 15 is easy to make a good team, but it's hard to make a great team. You have to work to make that 90 OVR team, but you can grind and play some souls and some seasons games, and you will get that good team in no time.
Here's one from MUT CCC. When will the Campus Hero Billy Shots item be dropping into packs?
That's a great question. I don't know why it hasn't already. But unfortunately, with the NCAA going on, we have to try to avoid college Campus Heroes. I know Campus Heroes was a great little program in 13, but unfortunately for all of us here, NCAA, it's a little touchy subject. We'll have to address it some other time. But as soon as Campus Heroes is available, the first card that's out, the first item that's out, the first player that's out is @Shouts47. The second might be Guru. Might be my Guru.
Eddie Cush from Facebook what packs will be available at launch?
Eddie from Facebook wants to know what packs will be available at launch.
Okay, on launch day, as of right now, we have just Pro Packs and Pro Pack bundles, as well as the Gold Value Pack, which is last year's Gold Upgrade Pack, available. That's not saying that that's final. As of right now, Pro Packs will be the only thing that will be available at launch. That being said, we have a lot more promo packs at our disposal, but at launch, yes, it'll just be Pro Packs.
Very cool.
Another one from Twitter. Can you explain how dupes will work? Duplicate items will work.
How will dupes work in Madden 15? All
right, that's a very good question. We don't like dupes around here, so that's not going to happen anymore. You can have, if you have like 3 different Richard Sherman types, then yes, you can have them in there. But if it's the same player, the same, a player item ID, if it's the same player version, no, you cannot have 2 of the same Richard Shermans on both sides. Dupes are out. Right, that's not saying that you can earn them and send them and hold on to them as much as you want, but as far as starting in game, there are no dupes this year.
So define what a dupe is then too. Like, so it has to be,
a dupe is
It has to be the same exact item.
It has it's the same exact item, same player data, same everything, same program, same tier. That is a dupe, and that will you can't do it anymore.
So if you just happen to pull,
yeah,
okay. So if you just happen to pull 2 of these Reggie Waynes, you couldn't put them both in your line.
No, you have to trade, auction, add to the Colts Elite set, and start the other one.
All right.
So I'm going to go ahead right now, guys. I'm going to turn the chew clock tempo on. You see, I'm kind of, winning the game. I kind of just want to get through this challenge. So we're going to put chew clock on, and what you'll see is it brings me down to 10 seconds on my play clock, and now we're almost out of the quarter. It's literally going to speed up.
Can you elaborate a little bit further on the chew clock? Just the fact that most guys might not be familiar with it. Like, so what does it do? Because I don't know.
Yeah, so what it's going to do is it's going to take as much time off the clock as it takes to get your play clock down to 10 seconds. So before in Madden, you would have to wait 40 seconds when you're trying to kill the clock. And now I put it on the chew clock, so I pick my play right away. We take 30 seconds off the game clock for you right away. So you're getting through the game much faster rather than, sitting there and waiting for the seconds to tick down. It makes it a lot less tedious. Let's show it off real quick right here. I know the guys that do solo challenges, that grind them. I used to grind them last year. I know they're going to love this tool, and it's also going to be great in competitive play as well, when the games are wrapped and you're ready to kind of just get it. So you see, we're at a minute. They're wasting their timeouts.
They're wasting it.
Every time I want to show something off. Well, hopefully
it's all right. They got 3 timeouts to burn, but after that.
Well, the great thing is now too, if I get this first down and get them out of timeouts, we'll be able to end this game extremely.
Oh, let's go!
We'll be able to end the game extremely quickly.
All right, this one from Mid-Os on Twitter. He wants to know, what are badges?
What are badges? We'll have to rewind and go to the beginning of the stream.
Well,
badges.
he wasn't paying attention.
So let's elaborate. Badges are a new form of MUT currency, I guess, if you will. You can unlock them through solos, sets, and seasons. And the more you get, the more you can use in our quote-unquote the vault. In the vault is where you unlock, with your new badges that you've acquired, that is where you unlock premium content that you can only find there, such as flashbacks, such as awesome alternate uniforms, as well as our Monday Night Heroes program.
First down here after the run.
Oh yeah, check out for more information at launch, or for more information at any time that you get Madden Ultimate Team, check out the MUT Hub. We're gonna have 3 slides in the live panel that shows you and kind of demonstrates what you need to do to earn badges, and then what you're gonna use them for.
Very cool.
So as you can see, guys, right now we got about 1:30 on the clock. Usually I'd have to wait, 30 seconds to get it done. I'm gonna go to QB nail, and it just takes it right straight down to 1:10 left on the clock. So you're able to get out of these situations so much quicker. You see, so
nice.
We're at a minute right now.
So you used to have to just watch that.
You used to have to watch that whole thing. Now I go to QB nail, bang, we're right back down to it. And just like that, the game will, pretty much be over.
All right, I'm gonna have to go ahead and address this one as well. Chicago Sports on Twitter asks, will there be multiple player trades this year? Unfortunately, no, there will not be multiple player trades this year. I know a lot of people are upset about that, but we ran into the fact that there's we thought it would avoid scamming, but it almost promotes more of it. So we had to cut that out. Very sorry, but no, there will be no multi-trades this year.
While we're on the subject of scamming, what kind of things do you suggest to people while we have their attention to prevent them from getting scammed? Because we see this issue, people.
Yeah, it's hard for me to give you a concrete answer as to how to avoid being scammed. First off, we will never ask you for your gamer info at EA. If you get any of those ridiculous pop-ups where they ask you for all your password and email and account information, they'll give you 1 million coins. 99% of the time, that's not us. And whenever
100% of the time.
100% of the time, that is not us. We will never ask for information. We have it. Kind of. We can email you out for permission to contact you. We have other ways than to ask you for your password. Do not believe those type of scams. It's hard to get around those scamming and trades. A good person to follow or get involved with is the MUT on Twitter is the MUT Trade family. They are doing a very good job at monitoring trades amongst players, and that's the best thing I can really tell you about how to avoid that. Let's finish this game up right here.
All right.
At DJCMDS, will we get a live auction ticker like FUT?
A live auction ticker. Can you explain that?
When you add a bid, do you get more time?
Yes, when you add a bid, more time will be added onto the current auction price.
Jake, let's go ahead and so this was your reward for completing the.
Yes, once you complete that solo challenge, you got 1,000 coins, as well as an extra 500 for completing the manager's list.
Oh, okay.
On top of that, you get a little getting started pack to help you out. So here's this
Little bronze pack.
little something something. There we go. We got a
badge.
No big deal. We got a badge. MVP trophy. Let's add this to the MUT Kickoff set so we can complete it. Yes, we did. Let's go.
So much easier than that.
So much easier.
Oh my gosh.
It's done. Just like that, we get another 1,000 coins. Just like that, you're up.
As soon as you guys told me that you were tackling this year, I think my first response was, "Who do I go hug?"
There's no more of that ridiculous pending collection set. Another question that we don't have direct right now, but I know people are constantly asking are the legends. Unfortunately enough, we can't answer too many questions on legends at this point in time, but we will say that there are new legends this year, and they will come eventually. They will be there. They will be for everybody's liking.
Yeah, so more information to come. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to click that button there and follow us here on Twitch. Be sure to follow at EA Sports _MUT on Twitter, also for updated news and information on Facebook. The MUT tournament, August 24th. Thank you for reminding me again. August 24th, we're going to stream that right here on this channel on Twitch for you guys. That show is going to be quite a few hours, so you're going to have plenty of time to catch it. It's going to be kind of an all-day affair, and we're looking forward to telling you when that's going to get started. RG, thanks for joining us again. Game's looking awesome. Again,
Love RG.
Yeah, Billy, and of course Joe Allreed. I'm AJ. Pick up the game on August 26th. On all your consoles, Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, and Xbox One. Again, available at some retailers at midnight on August 26th. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.